Alright, yeah. Back with another beer review. This is Old Black Bears Cave City out of Madison, Alabama. Comes in at 5.2% ABV. And it's 21 IBUs. Old Black Bear was established in 2010. The Cave City beer came out in 2012. Now, I don't mean to go on a little rant, but I'm going to do it while keeping it positive. Look, we in Alabama need to support our local beers. Like here in Hartsville. You know, the only place I could find an old blackberry beer was Kroger's. And this is the only one they had. I will say it was, it's decently fresh. January 28th of this year. But we need to support our local breweries. Get the distribution out. I know a lot of the bigger company or bigger distribution centers have contracts that buy out the shelf space. But think about this: the more we buy and support our local breweries, the more we're gonna get to see our breweries' beers out. The more they're gonna profit, and that's what we need to do. And we also need to support our mom and pop shops. The mom and pop shops have what kept us alive in the old times. Support them. You may spend a few extra dollars, but do you want to give all your money to Walmart, Dollar General? I mean, you got Dollar General on every corner. They're they're shutting down Grandma and Grandpa. You know, just my take on it. I made a beer review of this right before this video and kind of messed up a little bit and forgot to read the can. I went just strictly off of my mind. But this is a lager. So I'm going to do the same, except this time I'm not going to forget to read the can. And this time I'm going to pour heavier, because I got no head on the first one. I'm just going to pour right down the center. Y'all ain't in no hurry. You're quarantined. I'm quarantined. You know. And it's Friday. What else are you going to do on a Friday? Besides, funk out to Funkadelic Fridays on 107.3, baby. Oops. And a little spillage. Make it go over a little bit. Look at that head. I'll go ahead and tell you. Spoiler alert. This beer is freaking amazing. And it's a lager. Just look at it. I wish I can screenshot this. Can I? Can I, can I screenshot while recording? Let's see. Let's try this out. I think it worked. This is just a wonderful beer. It pours a dark brown head. You can see through it. It's not completely opaque. Now, when you hold it up to the light and reflect it onto a light, you get the ruby red. The ruby red is right in there. So this is a very dark lager. It's like a mix between a Dunkel and an Amber. I poured a thick head. Always remember, your glass affects the head, your pour affects the head, where you have the can or bottle in relation to the glass, and the tilt also, you know, always take that into consideration. This time I poured a very beautiful head. We already heard Bad Mama Jamma, so let's go. Bleeper. I can't put it on a bleeper reel though, because I don't know how. All right, let's go to. Ooh. Reminds me of, I had a dream the other day. I found a cassette tape. No lie, I used to have the cassette tape of a band called the Gap Band. So I want to bring back some memories. Yeah, I used to have it back when I was like 8, and I had a dream that I found the cassette tape at a hospital under the blinds. So burn some rubber on me. How about that? How about that? Turn it up, son. Gonna play? All right. That part. Let's keep it on beer. I'll go off subject. This is beautiful. The head is very tan. It's a tan head. Medium and small bubbles. Smell of brown sugar. A little sweet. Smells toasted. Chocolate malt. The barley is very toasted. Almost roasted, but you can tell it's lighter than roasted. You know, with your porters and stouts, especially your stouts, you're getting that roasted and not the toasted. Roasted, when I say roasted, I mean more, you start off, in the oven, and then you crank it up, crank it up, crank it up, toasted, roasted. Almost burnt, y'all. Turn down the temperature. She's burned, baby. She's burned. You'll get some of the imperial stouts here and there. It'll have that burnt characteristic of the malts. But sometimes it very well supports the beer. Let's take like an imperial stout and you barrel age it in bourbon barrels for, let's say, 6 weeks or so, and you use your chocolate malts. You use your you'll use deep roasted malts, maybe some German malts, a variety of different hops, but you don't want too many of a bitter hop variety, and you don't want dry hop. You want just the right amount of hops, but just for to balance it out. And you're gonna have a higher ABV with an imperial, so that burntness of it's gonna give it that bold complexity that you look for in an imperial. But now this is a lager. This isn't a lager, so you see my head's dissipating. And with this, you get the lagerness. But the nose is the best nose. Black Bear Brewery, if you're reading this or seeing this, make a candle of this aroma. I would go as far as saying this is the best smelling beer I've ever had, as far as aromas go, especially as far as lagers go. The aroma beats the Schwarz beers, which means black beers. It beats your brown ales. Yeah, this is a lager that beats the aroma of a brown ale. Let's dive in. I've already had two of them back to back. This is amazing beer, though. Mmm. Also, the nose, it's like brown sugar oats. It's brown sugar. You can smell the chocolate malts. And it's toasty, like toasted bread. Mmm. The flavor. It's got it's got a lot of characteristics of a New England brown ale, more so than a lager. It's it reminds me of a New England brown ale. Only see if you gave this to me blindfolded, told me to guess, I'd say hands down New England brown ale. But once you think about it, the mouthfeel all creamy. It's got a creamy mouthfeel. You know, and did I mention 5.2% ABV, 21 IBUs? And if I already mentioned it, I'm not sorry. I'm pointing it out to you again. It goes down so smooth. When you swallow it, it's like a 4.2% beer. That's how easy drinking it is. It's very light, but full flavored. When I say full flavored, it's got the flavor of a New England brown ale, but it's a lager. And the lager part is why it goes down so easy. So let's change the music a little bit. I'll say we'll just let it go. You can't beat the Gap Band. I do not own the rights to any of this music. This band's older than I am. But you know how YouTube is. So this time, so I won't forget, I'm going to read the can. It says, Old Black Bear, Cave City Lager. 12 fluid ounces, 21 IBUs, 5.2 ABV. Malty, roasted, light flavor. Pairs well with barbecue, robust fish, and spicy sausage. And y'all know I get my kicks on some spicy. No, I said that was my thing. I used to hang up there with the top dogs in the world as far as heat goes. And I'm going to get back into that again. If y'all want to see some of my hot videos, scroll down. I got some videos of me eating some Carolina Reapers and doing tinctures. Yeah. So let's move on. A German Dunkel-inspired American amber lager. Now, what is a Dunkel? Dunkel in Deutsch, which is German, means dark. Now, don't get that confused with German black beers, because black in German is Schwarz. 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 The W will sound like a V. The Z will sound like an S. Schwarz. Ich spreche nur ein bisschen Deutsch. Aber das ist eine Dunkelbier. Bier. Dunkel. And that means dark. And as you can tell, this is dark. Now, I would have told you this beer. I would have not have told you that. I would have told you this beer is dark, and that this was at least German style. I would have said this is a New England ale, or this was a German. I don't know. Yeah, I would have guessed brown ale. Let's read on. Y'all know I can't stay focused on one thing. With a let's see, hold on. Okay, yeah, with a signature hop aroma. See, I didn't even read to the period. I don't know. Forgive me. The complex combination of noble hops and Munich malts enable our lager to be paired with a wide variety of food items and its clean lager finish really hits the spot on those hot summer days. Well, they said it right there, just what I said. Now, after having a few sips, the first you're gonna think that bitterness is just from your malts, your dry malts. But the more you drink on it, and if your palate's well developed, you can tell that it's not just the roasted or the toasted malts in there that's giving that bitterness. You can taste the hops. 'Cause- and I can't describe the difference, but there is a difference in the bitterness. I promise you. You just have to have a very well defined palate to taste it. Mm. It's there. I know this may sound weird, especially to some other beer reviewers, but at the back of the top part of my mouth, the roof of my mouth in the back, is where I taste the bitterness of the hops. The roasted malt bitterness is towards the front and on the bottom. I know this may be going a little too deep. It may not even make sense, but to me, it makes sense. Hey, y'all. Cheers to this Funkadelic Friday. I'm serious. Hope y'all have a good weekend. I decided to dress a little nice today. I shaved, got my Danzig sideburns out, got a little hair gel. But I mostly did that because my bangs, all these hair places are closed. I got my nice shirt on. I got my belt buckle. I went to town, decked out in my black leather cowboy boots. This is a beautiful beer, though. You can give this to somebody that and say, "Hey, guess this beer, the ABV on it." They ain't gonna guess it. Another thing, let me add, it's slightly dry. For a lager, it's very dry, but comparing it to other styles, not that dry, I guess. But for a lager, this is very dry. You feel it in your mouth, it's sticky. And I'm gonna pause this because I gotta pee. All right, I'm back. I hope it worked out. The bathroom was occupied, so I kind of had to go out yonder. Hey, and it's raining, but luckily the wind was blowing in my favor. I know y'all have had the problem where, the outside, then all of a sudden the big breeze comes your way. Y'all know what I'm going with that, where I'm going. So this is amazing beer. I mean, it's very sticky. Leaves your mouth sticky. Leaves your glass sticky. If you spill any going down the glass and you put your finger on it, so you get your fingerprint. And you gotta be at a police station to get your fingerprinted. All you gotta do is spill some beer on your glass and touch it if it's sticky. And this is a lager. I think that's what I was saying before I paused the video. I should have never figured that out. Mary Jane. That's what I was meaning to say. I was trying to remember what I was going to say, so I sipped on it. Y'all that know beer know that toasted and roasted malts give off that bitterness. And what else gives off bitterness? Bitterness. Bitterness. Hops. They balance this so well that if you ain't thinking about it, You won't really know. I mean, they balance the bitterness of the hops very well with the roasted malts or the toasted. Because I don't want to use the term roasted. I mean, you got your malts, you know, you got your toasted, more toasted, really toasted, roasted, really roasted, almost burnt, burnt. Mm, which is really good on an imperial stout. I may have already said that, but I forgot what all I said. Hey, I had to go out back to take a pee. This is a really good beer. 20-minute review. This beer is worth that review. I could talk about this beer forever. If you know somebody around here that can get it, tell them to get it. If they are used to light beers, tell them to get it. This beer goes down like a 4.2% ABV beer, and this is 5.2. I mean, sure it ain't a heavy beer, but take it into perspective. Budweiser's 5%. This is just delicious. This goes down as easy as any 4.7% beer. I should say 4.7 instead of 4.2. But just look at the beauty. Almost looks as good as my booty. Yeah, I'm just kidding. I'm feeling silly. I've already had a few of these. Cheers, y'all. And I hope y'all have an amazing weekend and an amazing Funkadelic Friday. Because I sure will. Next time you see me, I'm going to have me a big old afro. Going to have me a disco light spinning around. I'm going to be roller skating backwards. Yeah. So, cheers. A plus beer. Get it.